Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this fun new challenge. Now, I think if this is right, I think this is going up on the 20th of May, because that's when we have a hop. It's a new Facebook group. It's the brainchild of Jackie, JQ Crafty, here on YouTube, and lots of our scrappy friends are playing along, and she calls the Facebook group Craft IQ. And the idea behind it is it's a challenge. It's like a build a layout over 7 days, and every day one of the admins or moderators, one of the group, comes on and gives us a little bit of a recipe ingredient for our layout. And these will come out in 7 consecutive days, which is really fun. Now, I'm recording this very first installment on the 9th because it started this morning. Katie Scott gave us the first element. Now, the idea is you could obviously build your page a little bit each day in accordance with the ingredients given, or wait until all 7 days have been published and then build your layout, which would be my normal for sure, and maybe what I'll probably do. But I thought for this very first one, I was going to try and do that challenge, do a little bit of my layout every single day, and do it here with you. And Jessica from Scrappy Sisters as well, Jess, she put a comment going, "Oh, I'm so nervous. Should I do a little bit every day? Should I wait? What should I do?" And I answered back and I said, you know what? I think for the first one, I'm going to try every day. I mean, it might be the first and the last time I do that. And she answered back, you know, my thoughts exactly. So I think Jess is doing it too. So Katie gave us the first step in our layout, and that was to do some light mixed media on cardstock. It could be white, black, colored, some light mixed media. She even said, think packaging technique, whatever. So that part is easy. So I have my white cardstock here, what I cut, and I cut it down 1/2 inch because my thought is I will probably frame it and back it on another piece of cardstock. I use the packaging technique with 2 shimmers, colorings in Mandarin Mai Tai and Bamboo Leaf. And now I think with you, I'm going to do a little bit of splattering just to give it a little bit more definition. Yeah, let's do a little bit more splattering here. I don't know, this is going to be fun. Isn't that a fun idea? And basically on the 20th of every month, anybody and everybody who has played along and who wants to, we're going to be doing a YouTube hop. So there you go. Let's do a little bit of splattering here in Bamboo Leaf as well. So I should try and not make each of these too long so that the resulting video is not like an hour long. I mean, this first installment is obviously going to be a little bit longer because I'm telling you the whole premise of everything as well. So there we go. So there is my mixed media portion. Now, then she said, take at least 2 now contrasting pattern papers to build a vertical element. So my first idea, I went into my stash and I had this lovely orange from Vicky Bouton that was on my desk. And I thought, you know, I'm going to use that and pair it with this beautiful floral. Now, when I first put this together, I don't think I remembered the contrasting part. So I'm not sure this is contrasting. It's probably more complementary because you have the orange in there. But there is some pink here, which is contrasting. I don't know. So this might be a little bit more contrasting, but then it doesn't really go with my green because in my head I was already using the floral, but this would definitely be a little bit more contrasting. And this would we be able to call this contrasting? Probably complementary as well, isn't it? So there you go. First one, and I'm already doing it wrong. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to stick with my original idea, and I'm going to say that this lovely pink contrasts, and that's going to be my contrasting. So my original thought then is I'm going to have 2 layers here, which will be my vertical components. Now, I might want to fishtail them, but I think that I'm going to wait for subsequent days and see what happens. So this is my first idea. I'm not going to glue this down until I see tomorrow's. I think I'll come back tomorrow and we'll see what's going on. Isn't this fun? See you in a sec, friends. Okay, so day number 2 is Daisy, and Daisy's ingredient, or what she had for us on day 2, was something musical. So, I mean, that could be paper. We could use embellishments that had musical notes, a cut file, or we could even, the photos could be of a concert. So for now, I'm going fairly easy. I have this older paper in my stash. It was from Maggie Holmes Shine, and I just did a strip, 1 1/4 inch, that I'm putting like right here. One of the great little tidbits of wisdom that was given to us, of course, by Jackie was don't glue anything down, because we don't quite know what's coming up next. So now I might go back and use a lyric or a song title, because I haven't chosen my photos yet, so I'm not so sure. I know I also have a cut file, but you're going to see in a second I went a different route, because I'm doing days 2 and 3 with you today. So I'm going to leave that as is for now. And I went in and I got this green cardstock that for the moment I'm thinking I'm going to frame the entire layout on. Day 3 was Christy, and Christy told us to use stars, add stars. So a nice, easy one, a fun one. I love stars. I have florals here. I don't mind mixing my stars and florals. So I think I'm going to put that here. And I used 2 mists. Maybe I'm going to put it that way. I'm not sure that that really makes a difference. It's exactly the same. But there you go. I used Cloverleaf for the base. I just put it in my sprayer box. So Shimmer's Cloverleaf. And then I just went in with a little bit of Palm Reader to give it a little bit of depth. And I think I'm going to put that just like that on the background and maybe just tack it down a bit, because I sort of like the little curling that it's done with the mist. So, and then these would come back. So wait, I think I need to just move this around a little bit, because I do want all of the stars. Maybe I'm going to put that like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that like that. We'll put this like this for now. And that. Now, I haven't peeked. I was a little bit behind because I've done this. I'm recording this on Friday, and I did this yesterday on Thursday. So days 4 and 5 have been published, but I didn't peek. So let's see. I'll be back in a second. Okay, my friends. So here I am with days 4 and 5, and I glued. So, because I'm going to do a little bit of day 6 with you, and there's only one more day that I don't know about, so I took the chance and glued. Now you'll see here I narrowed these lovely strips down by an inch. This one and the floral as well, because once I had the gorgeous cut file down, I found it really just took up too much real estate, and I didn't really know what I might have to do over here, if anything, so I thought I would narrow them down. So I narrowed these 2 down by an inch, and then just narrowed this down by 1/4 of an inch, from 1 1/4 down to 1 inch, and kept the fishtail banner. And I did not banner these, and I just popped it under this little bit of the star. So what I did, you recall I was telling you for the cut file that I really wanted to leave some of the curling up. So basically I put dots of glue and or a pop dot, this one is a pop dot, dots of glue just behind these larger circles here. So that is how I got that done, Then I chose my photos, which are, and you will have seen a 6x8 double spread with these, but I wanted to get this into my gardening album as well, the tiger lilies, a little bit of a story, and I just loved the colors, and I had already printed the photos, and I went, oh, that would be really cool, because if you recall, I had not chosen my photos. So I got those, I got my frame up, and I gutted the paper so I could use it as a mat. So that gave me days 1, 2, and 3. 1 was the mixed media, a little bit on the background, and the contrasting, not sure mine are contrasting, but anyway, papers on the vertical. Day 2, the musical. Day 3 was stars, and I used the cut file for that. So, and I love, love, love that effect. Then day 4, now day 4 was quite an interesting one because it was my lovely friend Shannon who gave us at least a 2 alpha title, something in 3. We had to get 3 of something on the layout, and a punch. So for that, I thought I would do a little bit of a 2-for-1 here and keep to the star theme and use my star punch. So I have my star punch, and I used this paper to punch out 3 stars. So I went a little bit more. This was the bit that I had sort of cut off that I used for the 3 stars, popped them up on foam, and just put them in these areas to give a little bit more of a star coverage. So that is my in 3 and my punch. And then I used Bloom and Grow here to get the 2 font and 2 alpha title. Now day 5 is Janet. So Janet gave us to use something in our stash that was at least 5 years old or more, or if we hadn't been scrapping for 5 years, sort of the oldest that we could find in our stash. And I've been scrapping, of course, for way more than 5 years. And I aced that one because in reality, I didn't really have to do anything for that. So I don't know, that one's almost a little bit of a cheat for me, my friends, because unbeknownst to me, so these alphas, I chose these alphas, and they have been in my stash forever. I had received them in a kit. I don't remember now if it was Scraptastic or I had tried just the once, I think, when Wild Hair started. I think I had gotten 1 kit from them, so I don't remember whether this was one of the last Scraptastics or that one Wild Hair kit that I had bought, but this is definitely more than 5 years old. My punch is definitely, it's a Stampin' Up! Punch, and it's definitely way over 5 years old. And then the music paper here is from Maggie Holmes' Shine, which is from 2015. So I sort of cheated a little bit on that one. So there you go, got my older than 5 years in no time flat. Now, day 6, which jointly was it Jody? Jody, who is Floppy Eared Farm here, I think, on YouTube, or is she just Jody Compton here and Floppy Eared Farm over on Instagram, one of the two, and my lovely friend Rebecca Lockhart. They chose splatters or sequins. Now, I had already put some splatters on the background on day 1, so I figured I'd go with some sequins, and I've got 3 out here now. I got Minty Meadow because it's got that lovely golden yellow, and I thought maybe this brighter sort of aqua, but I find it maybe, yeah, I don't know, it sort of doesn't complement. I thought it might complement the green here, but yeah, I don't really think it does. Let's see, can I get one out without keeping you maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We'll put that there. Holly berries, because it's got the very pale green, but that and the nice flat sequins, and I like those, that's going to disappear. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. And then I have Walk in the Park. Oh, now you see this is fun because I used shimmers on the, oh yeah. Now you see, oddly enough, yeah, no, you see it's sort of more of a true green, but it's got that lovely, yeah. And I'm just going to sort of dot those around. Now I have no idea what day 7 is, so I don't know. Should I glue them? I think I'm gonna take a chance, and then we're gonna see. I'm going to live dangerously. Oh, there we go. Might pop one. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really going more. I should have brought my little thingy doodle, shouldn't I? Yeah. And that. Just sort of pop them around a little bit. And then up here so that I can go out of that as well. And down here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to I'll put a few more here, a few up here. And I will be back. See you soon. And there we have it, my friends. My final layout. So I love this. This was so much fun. Friends, if you have not joined the Craft IQ Facebook group, go on over, because it's just such a fun and different way to do a challenge. Now, you can wait until all 7 ingredients or steps to the recipe are given before doing your layout, or you can sort of do it day by day. I tried for my first one to do it the day by day, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's different. It definitely gets you out of your comfort zone because you don't quite know what's coming. I think the most important, as Jackie and others have said, is don't glue. Don't glue. But I really, really enjoyed it. And I think next month I'm going to do it the same way. So in the end, I chose this stamp for my sort of faux stitching. And that, to me, I am counting as stitching. It sort of looks like little patches. Now I need to do just a little bit of journaling. There won't be much to say, but sort of, you know, the tiger lily or the day lily being, you know, my old standby, as you've seen on one of my Me, Myself, and I 6x8 pages. And then I just dotted the Walk in the Park. That, as you had seen, I had pretty much already done because that was from day 6, but I used the Walk in the Park, and I really just used the flat glittery sequins, and I love it. I just love it all the way around. So once I did get the stamping down, I did go back and add a few more, and I don't know, I might add a few more. I kind of feel like maybe here would need a couple more, maybe one down here. Anyway, we'll see. But on the whole, I love my layout. This challenge was so much fun. If you played along, please, please, please tag me on Facebook, on Instagram, link me up to your video. I would love to see what you did and how you interpreted the various steps. And if you're not in the group, I'll put the link to the group down below. Come on over and join us. And we will see you next month for another Craft IQ 7-day recipe. Bye, my friends. Thanks for being here.